This video is just to tell you guys everything I learned. And if you're a business person, you have to just stay. You have to listen to me because I am sharing most of the things I know that I'm going to personally I'm going to implement. And trust me, it will help you as well. I got a message from a friend of mine with a link I did not understand. And few months ago, that mine would not click on that link. Or even if I clicked on the link, believe me, I'll click out. I'll just go through it and I'll click out. But this is a new version of mine. This is mine that really wants to grow. This is mine that is trying to transform herself. This is mine that wants to be a new person. So I clicked on that link, registered, and I even had to keep all the details about the registration, like the password I used. I wrote everything down in my journal. That's to tell you how serious I have decided to take my life henceforth. I don't know about you, but I'm moving because I'm seeing myself progressing every day, and I am so proud of myself. The tiny progress that I'm making, I am celebrating my little win. I'm celebrating myself because I understand me better. So, guys, after that day, few weeks, was it up to a week when I got there? It was more than a week. I got an email congratulating me that I have been chosen as one of the participants for this business class. Till that day, I still didn't understand what it was going to be about, but I was so positive and I was so ready for it. So I planned my affairs. Unfortunately, I missed the first class. It was a virtual class, and backstory on how I missed that class. I really never wanted to miss any of those classes, but I had a job. I make pastries and cakes, so I had 1,300 pieces of donuts to make on Tuesday and deliver on Wednesday morning. So, in the process of me trying to put up this whole thing together, and there was a little issue, kind of, because throughout Tuesday night, I was thinking the 1,300 pieces of the donut was not complete. Like, I just went home in my head, I was like, no, I think it's not complete because I didn't count everything. So, fast forward to that morning, that was Wednesday morning. This business class was supposed to start by 8 at be 8:30. I was at the shop earlier than that because I rushed to go finish up the donut so I can attend the lectures. That was how I forgot that I had a class. I finished because I worked almost throughout the night. I just slept. I barely sleep because my mind was not at rest. Like, one thing about me is until I'm able to deliver a job, I will not be myself. So I couldn't really sleep. So when I got home, I slept off. And I realized past 11 when this my friend called to ask why I couldn't attend the morning session. I was like, it's not easy for your girl. But I made sure I joined the rest. We had the virtual classes for like 2 days, and the third day, which was on Friday, was not virtual. We had it in a hall, VNP Event Center. First of all, this master class is called Merit. This was what I was given that day. Merit um master class business training. And the full meaning of this merit is Magnus Entrepreneurs Round Inner Table, sorry. So I got there some minutes past 8, and it was supposed to start by 8. I went there late. I was given this and a pen. So the first thing that happened was calling on participants to tell them what we've learned, what we've gained, what exactly have you gained. And your girl couldn't go out though. Apart from the fact that I went there a little late, I was kind of nervous. But that's not a problem. We're working on ourselves. So I'm very sure that the next time these guys are coming, because I won't miss the next, probably next year. Yes, next year. Next time they're coming, I would participate in everything. Promising you guys, I'm promising myself. Your girl is growing. Believe me when I say I'm growing. So, but then that day I was so nervous. I'm like, can I do this? Anyway, I listened to other people express themselves. I felt like a failure afterward because why not? Why didn't I just stand up, walk up, and express myself? I had what to say. I even had my journal where I jotted down the things I learned during the classes. So why? What stopped me? This girl, I still have a long way to go, but believe me, I am ready to win. I'm ready to take that step till I get there. Okay. Okay, guys, so let's continue. It's a non governmental organization that's, or let's just read the mission, to empower emerging entrepreneurs through training, networking, mentorship, and exposure for sustained success in various industries. So, whatever business you're doing, you would have a lot to learn. There were so many people that came, like you needed to see people talk, and I was like, when will you get to this stage in your life, girl? After the whole testimonies, whichever, just pick one, there were a lot of facilitators coming up to talk. They talked about, okay, let me even start from what I learned during the virtual classes. They talked about budgeting, and if you had watched my previous video about money mistakes we make, I mentioned budgeting, like spending above our budget, and our wants, our needs, like things are always coming up. You always have what to do with money. There would always be one thing you need money for. When you have 2 naira, your problems will increase. We have to budget because we have more important things to do with money. So always budget. Don't just wake up and go out with money. In fact, if possible, don't be going out with all the money you don't want to spend. Think about budget what you are going to spend as you're going out and go with that amount. They also talked about profit. As business people, what we do is, or let me speak for myself, I don't know if others are doing it the wrong way like me, but I have been doing it the wrong way all this while. What I do is, if I have a job like that donut I just told you about, it was actually a bulk order. The mistake I usually make that I've learned is I'll just get the money, buy the few things I need for the job, and in my head, whatever is left is my profit. So I'll just deal with the money. That isn't my profit. Let me speak for myself that is not my profit. In fact, that's not your profit too. Because I do forget that I use gas, electricity, I pay my workers. Like all these things are supposed to be included in each job that I get. I didn't know what profit means, or maybe I didn't know what profit is. But I've learned that before you calculate and say this is your profit, you have a lot to remove. So this organization is dedicated to empower youths in Nigeria. Talked about upscaling your businesses. Different entrepreneurs were called as panelists, and they talked about their businesses. They talked about the challenges they have in their businesses and how they're able to, like that, how they're working around all those challenges. And I had interest in two of them. The first being a lady that owns an eatery. What even got my interest is that she's in my line of business. Apart from being in my line of business, she's a food scientist as myself. So, I was really interested in all she had to say. She talked about how she formulated her recipes, which is what I do too. That's why what we sell out is quality. That's why if you ever complain about our price, You are complaining because you've not tested our product, our own product. And that was the same thing she said. She mentioned, I've never tested her product before. I know about her outlet, but I've never been there. And she talked about the challenge that most of the ingredients we use are no longer in the market. Like, yes, that's actually true. There are so many ingredients that we love so much that gives us the quality, the taste that we so desire, but we don't have them around. It's not easy. Oh. The high cost of baking items, she mentioned that. And the other one is working. I think she is a consultant. She's working for Nestle. Hey, this woman, guys, she was just so knowledgeable in all areas. The other lady talked about tech, and apart from everything they were saying, I was also learning from the way they spoke. They were so fluent. I'm learning. Like I said, I'm learning, and trust me, I'll get there. Okay? Okay, so I wrote out some points that would help us, and I didn't want this video to be too long. I just listed the things I would apply in my own business and that will help you too. But before then, they talked about how we can stay in business. We have so many competitors. We help you to stay relevant. Give your competitors gap with your quality. Now, by the time what you are selling makes sense, trust me, no matter how much you sell, not like you are going to hike your price that people cannot afford you at all, at all. Quality is expensive, and people are aware of this. So, first, they talked about that quality, that you should make sure you give out quality. People would always come for you. That's why you will see someone going all out, like out of their way to pay a lot of money. Okay, like that woman mentioned that she used to buy her baking items from Lagos. You can imagine there are people selling baking items in this studio, but she would go all the way down to get what she wants. You see, she's buying quality out there, and she doesn't mind. That is one thing that will differentiate you from other brands. Serve quality. That's what I've been saying. That a lot of people are selling chin chin. Let's just take chin chin for example in this Uyo. So many people are selling baking products. So many people are selling um chin chin as well. But if you test our chin chin, you would always come back for it. You would always come back to patronize us because we're serving what quality. By the time we are able to satisfy your taste board, baby girl, you call us again. Like, no two ways about it. You would always come back for quality. The only thing that makes people not come for quality is just money. And some people prefer, okay, if I can't afford her now, let me rest. They won't even patronize others. They wait till they are able to afford you. So ensure that the quality of what you're giving out is the best and you would always sell. Like they talked about how technology can help our businesses. As a business owner, you need to be tech savvy. I was so surprised to know that there's how somebody can see your picture, just your picture. You send your picture to somebody using technology, they can sew your clothes without having to measure you. Like they would have all your measurements just by seeing your picture. Just that. I never knew technology has gone to that level. You see? You can sew clothes to somebody from wherever you are in the world and we build down. Whatever line of business that you're doing, please be tech savvy. If you're not tech savvy, you'll be so outdated. In your industry, you'll be so outdated. Whatever you are doing at all, Google is your friend. You can always search for things outside. It doesn't have to be here in Uyo or here in Nigeria. Just check out other brands that are doing the same thing you're doing outside Nigeria and learn. Things are coming up every day. Collaborate with people in the same brand. It helps a lot. In case you have any challenge, you can always call for help. And that was another good part of this program. We were given opportunity to what's the word? network. Give us that time, interact, get people's numbers. I got a lot of numbers, and hopefully we'll be able to, you know, and keep going for trainings. Like this one that I went, I'm still telling you what I'm learning. So keep going for trainings. Learning never ends, so keep upgrading yourself. So the things I wrote that I am going to be doing is asking my customers for feedback. I don't usually do it. Most times my customers are so generous enough to send me feedbacks. We're encouraged to call them on phone if possible or message them on WhatsApp and ask for feedback. Ask how they're doing and thank them for their constant patronage. Always ask for feedback. So that's one thing I'll be doing. And I am telling you today, always ask your customers for feedback. It will help you to know where you are not doing well, where you should do better. Some of them can go ahead to advise you. So it's a good thing. Keep record of our customers. Keep their record. It's something I've not been doing. The other day, a customer, there are some people that would on their, how do they call that thing? Disappearing message, whatever, whatever, on WhatsApp. So this guy's WhatsApp number is different from his call line. So that day, I was to send what he bought to him through a dispatch rider. The dispatch rider tried reaching him. His WhatsApp number didn't go through, and he was online. That was just the good part. He was online. So I chatted him, and he sent me his call line. The best thing I would have done at that point was to save that call line, but I did not. So just a few days ago, he sent in an order again. His WhatsApp number did not go through, not online. Then when I scroll up for the number he sent me the last time, it had cleared because his disappearing message is always on. So it had cleared off. I was so stranded. This guy was not online for like 4 hours. We delivered that thing finally in the evening. In the evening when he came online and I chatted him that, oh, we couldn't reach you, this. He now sent him the number. If I have been keeping record of my customers' details, I wouldn't have had that challenge. So it was a good point and I had to take it down. Try to know what people in your niche are doing in other parts of the world. Yes. Don't just stay here and want to do what your local people are doing. How are you going to stand out? So try to find out what people are doing elsewhere so that you can be different from the people around you, and do everything possible to be on top of the game, else you'll be outdated. Everything possible from your packaging, package your product well. There are so many people that would buy from you because you package your products well, and it's not just about packaging your product well. Make sure that the content is also worth it, so by the time they open your package, they will get quality for what they paid for, they will get value for what they paid for, and they will always return to patronize you. Talked about resilience as a business person. Business is hard. I don't even need to tell any business person that one. We've seen now, have we not? Business is hard, especially now that cost of everything is just doing like this every day. Business is hard. So you need to be really strong in this economy. You need strength. And I'm sending strength to all of you. I also need that strength 100-fold and more because it's not easy. But let's not give up. Let's just keep pushing and it's gonna be better, hopefully. Also, try to learn from other people's mistakes in business. Like now, if somebody starts saying business, at least from the experience I've had, I can advise the person. I'm also currently learning from other people's mistakes. I don't want to make mistakes in business as well. In fact, that's one of the reasons I decided to go for this master class. I don't want to make mistakes in business. Okay, so this is where I'm going to end this video. This and more are what I learned from this program. I don't want this video to be too long because I learned a whole lot. But then before I end, if you've gained anything from this video, kindly like, and subscribe to our channel for more valuable content. And before I finally end this video, let me ask this question. What do you do when customers give different reviews? Okay, let's take for example, you make abacha. People that are in Nigeria should know this. And you usually put cow skin, that's kanda, or more, however you call it. Then some people say it's too soft, others say it's too strong. That's two different reviews, right? What would you do? Remember, customers are always right. Please comment below, like, what would you do in this situation? I would like to read your comments. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. See you in my next video.